I am Jessica from Everyday Glamour by Jessica, and today we're going to talk some serious shade. So what that is I'm going to do some shading to show you how to do the right base, the right color, the right shade for your foundation. If you are watching me live, you see this red button. Drop me a hey girl in the comments so I know you're watching. If you can hear me, give me some hearts so I know my sound is working. If you do not see this red button, then you know you're watching the replay. Go ahead and drop me a replay in the comments. If you're seeing this fresh face for the first time, then I know you were new. Drop me a new in the comments so I can give you some love back when I see that. And if you tap my nose, a menu box, if I can actually get these words out, a menu box will pop up from the button. Oh, good Lord. Let's try this again. If you tap my nose, then the box will pop up from the bottom. And if you already see you're following me, fabulous. If you'd like to follow, get more videos like this, go ahead and click that follow, click that share button, and I really appreciate that. Okay, so what we're going to do today, we're going to talk foundation. I've already done my eyes, and you can tell I need to do a little foundation to sort of cover up just some minor under eye circles, minor redness. So we're going to do some foundation. So I'm going to show you kind of what to do from face to base. And it's not going to take very long because I've already done my eyebrows, my eyes. And so that's what we're going to do. We're going to finish the face, and then we're going to finish off with some lips. So if you want to know your perfect color match through this video, if you have any questions and you want me to give you your color match, all you have to do is drop a color match me in the comments, and I will give you a color match for free. That's all you have to do. Color match me in the comments, and I will give you a color match for free. No purchase necessary. Okay, so what we're going to start with is we're going to start with a primer. Any primer that you really like is going to be great because a primer is necessary for any type of makeup application. What does a primer do? I'm going to go ahead and show you. I'm going to apply mine while we talk because a primer needs to set. So I'm going to go ahead and prime my face. Primer is really great for the face. Not only does it sort of prepare your skin for any makeup, but it also helps shrink your pores. So when you think about that, you want to always have a primer on your skin when you're applying makeup because the makeup then doesn't settle into your fine lines and your pores especially. So it's going to give you that even application of makeup, okay? So I'm just going to I rub mine between my fingers and then I apply it. It also warms up the product a little bit, and then we sort of apply it all over. All right. Sometimes if you want to put it on your eyes, I did my eyes ahead of time. So I used an eye primer, but this one here is called the Touch Glorious Primer from Younique. Okay, so you do really want to let your primer sit on your face because sometimes if it doesn't really sort of set and sort of kind of evenly distribute on the face, the makeup is not going to sort of have a nice application. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do, and sometimes I'm going to go ahead and tell you that a lot of people ask me, well, what do I do next? Concealer or foundation? I think it's really sort of personal preference if you want to do concealer first or foundation. I've read a lot, I've watched a lot of videos. Personally for me, I like to do, especially if I'm doing liquid foundation, I will do liquid foundation next and then do concealer on top. And honestly, that's just because when I do my foundation, then I have a better idea of what I'm going to have to conceal, if that makes sense. Okay? Now, if the only thing that I can tell you is if you're using a powder foundation, sometimes it's better to do your concealer first because these are so different. You know, like if you have a creamy concealer and then a powder foundation, they might not blend as evenly. So the powder foundation will go better on top of this. So that's the only thing that you might want to think about. This might go on better before the powder foundation will go on top of the concealer. But for me, I apply the liquid foundation before the concealer. Okay. So this is a mineral liquid touch foundation. And this for me is my go-to liquid foundation when I want to have a flawless finish. It has a very medium to full coverage. It's buildable, so if you want to go for a little foundation to a lot, you can really kind of work up the coverage. I can either apply it with a blending bud or the brush. Today I'm going to use my brush, and you can dab it on your face and then blend. I'm going to show you a technique. I put it on the palm of my hand, sort of, I guess they call this the heel of your palm. And this has a little medicine dropper. Always shake it up though. It sort of just gets the product all evenly distributed. And then you pull it up into your little medicine dropper. And every foundation is going to be different, right? But it really depends on how much you want. 5 or 6 drops usually should cover your whole face. And then you can just sort of pick it up as you want on your brush. And then we're just going to sort of buff it on. Okay. And there's really no specific technique, but I can sort of dab it on here or buff like this. But I like to sort of dab it on and then start blending. Now typically I don't always do my eye makeup before I do my foundation, but it is sort of a nice little technique, especially if you have a more intense look and you're going to have a lot of fallout. This one is not a really intense look. I just did kind of a neutral eye. But if you are doing a lot of, something that has some shimmery eye look, some metallic eyeshadow, and you're going to have some fallout, it's a really nice way to make sure that you can kind of cover up any fallout you've got going on there. Or a darker eye look, you got a smoky eye going there. All right. This liquid foundation has a matte finish, so you're not going to have a real dewy look with it. I like that. I like a matte finish because I'm a little more on the oily side. Now, I also stay away from my eyes, especially around this, because I am 41 and I have a little bit more of a fragile area around my eye with wrinkles. So I just apply the concealer around my eyes. I think that's just a good rule of thumb anyway. See how well this is covering? It's a nice even application. And remember to drop a hey girl if you're watching live, and drop a replay if you're watching the replay. And if you're new, drop me a new. And if you'd like a free color match for any foundation, especially, well, with the Younique especially, I got those colors covered. But I can give you a free color match if you'd like your color match. All right. So we're just going to buff this. And the great thing about this is that it's buildable. So for me, I've got a little bit more spots over here on this left side. Hi, Grace. Thanks for giving me a hey girl. Tell me you're new. Thanks for watching. All right, so we're just going to buff this in here. So see how evenly that buffs it all in. One thing I love about this foundation is that once I get it on, it dries to a complete matte finish, right? So it's just so great. Love it. So if you go to my website, I always try not to be a salesy weirdo, but on my website right now, the kudos of this month is offering a huge discount on, I have a little brush hair, on these 4 products. Look, I have a little bit left over. So if you do, I might just put a little bit more on my nose because my nose gets a little red. It's on these 4 products. So it starts with the primer, the Liquid Touch foundation, and then the next one is the concealer, and then you get to pick the setting spray or the setting powder. And so we call that the Flawless 4. And so it's for $99, which saves you, I think, $47, which is crazy. It's pretty amazing. All right. So right now I'm going to do this. I think I'm going to do the same thing. Put it in the palm of my hand. So this is also mineral. So both the foundation and the concealer are mineral based. is great. I'm almost out of my concealer. So if you're wondering, if you're like, now what color is she? To give you an idea, if you go to my website, you start looking at the colors. This is Velour. So I use Velour, which is sort of a medium light. And it's, well, I guess that's really neutral. It's warm. It's got a yellow undertone. So I'm going to put just a little on my, see, look, you barely use any for the, now I'm out for the concealer. And then I'm going to use the tiny blending buds. Now these are also Younique blending buds. There's this one for the face. And if you wanted to, sometimes I don't really get a great blending in my hairline because I don't want to get it in my hairline. So I'll just go in with a blending bud. And for this one, you don't really need it to be wet. But the wet blending bud really gives you the perfect sort of airbrushed finish. But the brush does a really good job too. If you really want to go back in and just really sort of blend it in even more. Okay, but then I'm going to go in, and what I like about these blending buds is, see, they have this really teeny tiny tip, and you can blend with the bottom part or at the tip. Okay, my mother is texting me something. All right, so we've already done our eyes, so we're just going to go very carefully up into the corner here where we want it to be. I don't know what's going on there. My mom is texting me and a friend. I don't know. Something's going on. I think they're at the home garden show. Home and garden drama there. Okay, so we're just going to sort of go up here in this area. You can see my eye work there. Okay. And then what I like about this is that I can work the concealer sort of up into this area where I've got my shadow. So I don't have to get too much up here, but then I can just blend it in. Okay. And then I can also get a nice angle on my shadow here too, which I can't really do. It's not like I use tape or anything. Let's see, look at the difference between those two eyes. Huge, right? You can also kind of use the leftover you got here and give yourself a little highlight. So I like that better than when I do my eyeshadow after the fact. I can just really finesse that. Isn't that nice? And you can go kind of down onto your cheekbone to give you a little highlight. It's just great. And this really doesn't, these only go on sale once a month. I think I need a little more concealer here. I'd rather add more than have to put this back in the bottle. Okay. I think I just put too much out. All right, so we're just gonna add this here. Hi, Donna. Okay, so we're just gonna bring this in. Don't, when you're putting your concealer on, make sure you don't forget this little area here, right in, you know, right next to your nose, because that gets really dark when you have dark circles. Although my circles have really lightened up since I've been using the new skincare, I have to say. What movie is that in? That's in some movie. Okay, so we're gonna come up here again to just sort of lift that eye area. It's almost like an instant eye lift. There we go. I'm using natural light today. We got some snow today, so it's a little nice and light outside. Okay. All right. All righty. Isn't that pretty? So just sort of blend that out on the nose there. Blend, blend, blend. Blend, blend, blend. I feel like my eye's a little darker over here. And, you know, we can even have a little left over. We can kind of add that on there before we contour. Okay. All right, so most importantly, I think what most people, the step they skip is the setting step. And with this Flawless 4 Kudos, the setting powder or setting spray, so the setting product is included in the sale, which is great. So you either have a setting spray, which I do like, but I use the setting powder every day. So for me, I recommend the setting powder if you're getting this deal. Someone's coming in my room. Uh-oh. So the setting powder, you have this nice little mesh thing. Now this is a brush, but what you can just use is just go ahead and use this sponge. Hello. And just with this moistened sponge that you've already used here, just pick up a ton of that setting powder. And what we're going to do is we're just going to bake that concealer under your eye. Now what this will do is this will prevent any of that creasing of your concealer. Also, it will prevent that mascara from melting into your concealer. Because if you wear a creamy concealer, which most of us do, it interacts with the mascara through the course of the day. The heat, just the heat of your face will just melt that mascara off the lower lashes. And so if you want to go over that again, and just taking that extra time to just set your base, it's going to give you that flawless finish. If you notice, I also put foundation over my lips. I think that extra step. One thing I wanted to do too, I have a little bit of extra. You can also sort of clean up if you have sort of a little mistake on your, or a little smushy, schmutzy brow. You can sort of clean it up, right? It's kind of nice. Oops, just dropped my sponge. So there we go. Nice, flawless finish. And I have powder all over my black sweatpants because I'm in sweats today, because that's how we're going to roll today. All right, so since I've already done, sorry, my big fat face in your face, I'm just going to brush these brows out a little bit more. We're going for a natural look today. Natural. Natural. Now let's finish with a little Successful Splash Good lipstick. Oh, we haven't put any contour on. Let's get our, so this is just Beachfront Bronzer. Okay, we're just gonna put a little of that on. A little squirrel outside. So this will just really finish your base face out nicely. But look how beautiful and flawless that foundation makes your face look. Pretty fabulous. We're just gonna make a nice little shape to your face here. I think I'm just going to use my bronzer today just to finish out this sort of natural brown neutral look we got going on here. But with this Flawless 4 base, you're going to have the perfect match for your face when you pick the right shade for your face. It's going to make your skin just glow. It also has these optical light sort of diffusers in it, and that's what sort of also helps make it look like you have this flawless finish to your face, because it reflects the light back. So everyone who wears this foundation, they always look like they have a filter on their pictures. I never use filters on my pictures unless I'm going for a really weird look to my pictures. But usually it's just because we all most Younique girls are wearing the Liquid Touch foundation, so we always look like we're glowing. Okay, so I can always tell a difference when I'm wearing the Liquid Touch foundation or anything else. Uh-oh. I went a little out of the lip line. So once I get this lipstick on, I'm putting my lipstick on too fast. It looks real funky. All right, that's not a great lipstick application, but it'll work for now. So if you want that color-free color match, I will give you a color match. Drop me color match me in the comments, and I will send you a message with your color match. And no purchase necessary. You just get a color match for free, and in your inbox. So I'll just email that to you. And what else? I was gonna say something else. Oh, and please, if you got any value from this video, I would greatly appreciate a share. Don't forget to tap my nose. That pulls the menu up and you can share away, as well as follow for more videos. And if you have any interest in doing what I do, these fun videos, sharing about products you love, you can also message me for more details about becoming a Younique presenter. It's an amazing opportunity. This is a great time to join right now. It's amazing. And I hope you guys enjoyed the video and have a wonderful day. Bye.